Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of 30 Thursday. It is bargain beer review time. Before we get cracking on the beer review, just something for you to ponder as one of life's little mysteries. What took the shortest time to finish? The Great Wall of China or the building renovations that next door are having done? Again, I know what I think. Anyway, up to date on the review, we have from Greene King, it is a Brasilia. This tips the scales at 4.1 abv and cost me £1 from supermarket chain Tesco. Now I believe this was a shortish term run for the 2014 football or soccer World Cup that was held in Brazil, and as always with my Greene King reviews, they're dedicated to Chris Frog of the Pissin' Frog Brewery, no longer in South Yorkshire. I know that Chris is a massive fan of stuff from Greene King. Anyway, let's go. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, Chris. I couldn't resist it, mate. I'm really sorry. Anyway, let's just get this away. This is the bottle, quite funky artwork, you know, Brasilia, Copacabana, blah blah blah. No Barry Manilow in the background. Greene King standard gold cap with a crown and arrows. Let's get this popped and poured. Not a great deal of can of smoke, not a great deal of fizz either. Just hope it hasn't, the cap hasn't been dinked somewhere in the cupboard, so it's lost its mojo. It actually sounds, I know you shouldn't judge a beer by the marketing spiel on the back, but it does say pale malt is used to keep the bright blonde colour, and some Carapils malt is added just as a little extra body. Amarillo hops in the boiling copper gives refreshing bitterness, and late hopping with Amarillo and Citra hops adds zesty, blah blah blah. So that ticks a few boxes. You know, if you're home brewer and you use those sort of hops, you know you generally can't really go too wrong. So let's get this popped and poured into our world famous semi-nucleated glass. I think I'm going to have to help this out maybe with a bit of a centre line pouring. Right, let's see what we got. That pours quite a nice light golden ale type colour. Headwise, probably a 2-finger of medium to tight, slightly off-white colour. Very much, if you saw that from a distance, didn't necessarily see the head, you might think that is a lager. Even with the nucleation on it, I mean, it's not overly busy that you might have thought for a beer of this type. Can you see the bubbles? A bit of nucleation is working. However, let's go for a sniff, see what we get. Yep, definitely Amarillo Citra, although not in abundance as what you maybe thought on the marketing spiel. I was expecting this, from what it said, to really blow my socks off. It's there, but it's not in abundance. More quite subtle than anything. So this is the sort of thing, if you brewed it yourself, once you tried it or sniffed it, you're thinking, oh god, I should have put an extra 50 grams in the dry hopping or something or other, or 100 grams in there, just to give it a bit more life, a bit more oomph. So hopped really, a little bit on the malt back end, maybe a bit of dankness in there as well. Right, let's go for a taste. Cheers everyone. That's interesting. If I was in a blind taste off and I had a sip of that and they say, who brews that? Straight away it's got the Greene King twang. And for those of you who've had Greene King, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's got that bitterness and dryness that leaves you sort of more thirsty than what you were than when you started drinking it, if that makes sense. I've tried to get some more something off the back end, but nothing is really flying off me. Flying off it. Let's just maybe give it a swirl so we get anything else. That to me is a bit more of like a bit like a jazzed up lager, so to speak, rather than a It doesn't actually sort of say what it is, does it? I'll classify this as like a, maybe like a golden ale, golden pale ale, something like that. But would I buy it again? I don't think I would, to be honest. I don't think I'll probably get the chance because it's probably not brewed anymore. But £1, if you see it, wouldn't necessarily buy it. However, at least I've got a bottle that I can take the labels off and put in my collection for my next batch of home brew. Score, well, before I give it a score, mouthfeel, medium, hoppage, bit disappointing. Could have been, you know, it just should have been screaming hops. You know, using something like Citra, Amarillo, fantastic hops. You know, you should really get the benefit out of it. So this just almost like it's got a teaspoon of it in, as opposed to a 100-weight, which is what, you know, which is on those hops is what you want. It's got the basis of what could have been a really, really cracking beer, but maybe they're working to a budget. So it was the recipe might be slightly compromised. However, score-wise, I am going to give that. I think I'll probably give it a 4.5 out of 10. Yeah, to say just a little bit disappointed with the result, with the great ingredients, and it hasn't quite worked, in my opinion, of course. Right, thanks for watching, everyone. Apologies if I was waffling towards the end, but you know, I'm very, very passionate about beer, and I think you should always try and brew your best. Anyway, that does it for me, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again right here on Thursday very soon for another bargain beer review. Be seeing you.